Hello, my name is Vic from DIYblog.us.com. I'm going to talk a little bit about putting varnishes like urethanes on your floor. Some just quick tips so that when you start doing your floor, at least you know where to start with. I generally buy a urethane, which I get from the flooring store. Floor finishes, like they actually put in floors, but they usually supply me the urethane also. So basically, what I do is I get a gymnasium grade urethane. You can get the urethane in satin, semi-gloss, high gloss, gloss. The shinier it is, the more dust is going to end up on the floor in a quicker time. I generally use either a satin or a very low luster clear urethane. So generally, what I do is I have my floors prepared. I'm not going to talk about preparing the floor as far as grinding it and so forth. Let's say you got a brand spanking new, ready to varnish or urethane floor. So what you do is you take. I generally use a pad, which looks like a sanding pad. Also, it's about this wide and about that thick, and it's got lamb's wool pad on it. And what I do is I put a little bit of Varsol on it. I don't soak it. I just put a little bit of Varsol to pick up all the dust off the floor, so the floor is completely clean of dust. And then once you got the floor completely clean of dust, you either wash out totally, very thoroughly that particular lamb's wool applicator, or you get a new one. And then, so let's say you've got it washed out, you have a new one. Preferably, even the new one, you should wash it out a little bit to get the loose lint and all that kind of stuff out of it. Then what you do then is you put the applicator into a paint tray, and just don't soak the whole applicator. Just soak the actual lamb's wool pad end of it into the tray. And what you do is you go from the far end, of course, from the far end of the room towards the door, and basically what you do is you put the pad into the tray, and you take it out, obviously, and you go backwards towards the door, sort of wiping in the direction of the floor. The way the floor is made, so that don't go across. Like if the floor is going this way, don't go across it this way. So go with the lines in the floor. So basically, you back yourself all the way up to the door and walk out. If you put on thin, you have a chance to first of all, if you put on thin, it dries quicker. It sets faster. Dust doesn't develop on the floor. Secondly, it looks smoother. It looks fresher. If you have a heavy deposit, places where you picked it up and put it back into the floor, you end up with heavy marks. So the best thing is to don't put it on very thick. I'm talking about if obviously if you're not a professional, you don't know you have no experience at it, so they're better off to do it thin, more times thin than one time too thick. If you're good at it, like I can put it on thick, but that's because I've only done it a lot of times. So once you put on a thin coat, it dries fast. It doesn't have any dust on it, and then you can go out and put another coat on it in the specified amount of time that the manufacturer tells you can put it recoated. And that's basically how you do it. And then any spots you can't get at with your applicator, those are the spots that you get at with your brush. The brush should be a very fine. It's got to be almost like a ox hair brush, and you put on again very thin, and you should be okay with a good quality brush. I think that should be it.